Here is another component of, creating the life that you want to be living. Celebrate your achievements. Like, how often do we achieve something and then we're just instantly like on to the next thing? Take time to actually celebrate your wins, no matter how big or small they are. It's important and it matters to you. Then obviously it's worth celebrating. And I'm not saying, like do something huge every single time, but actually, if you want to, then yeah, do something huge, celebrate yourself, celebrate your life. You get to decide what's important to you. And like, here's an example for me. So April 5th will be my cornea transplant's fourth year with me. So it's technically her fourth birthday with me. So ever since my first cornea transplant, my husband and I have been celebrating their, birth dates, which basically is the day that I received the transplant, because for me, receiving a transplant is a very big deal. I'm very well aware that the person that I received my transplant from is no longer with us, and I am like forever grateful, because like literally they gave me my vision back. When I had my first cornea transplant, I couldn't even see like fingers at a foot. So like literally, the doctor would wave their hand right here and I could see movement. It's very difficult losing your vision. My first transplant, like I also name them because they are a part of me. They are, with me, and I'm going to take care of my transplant and honor them and treat them exactly how they should be treated, with love and respect and just ultimate gratitude. So first transplant was named Sweet Ann, and unfortunately I had a rejection after I received the second COVID vaccine. So that was really unfortunate. And it actually took quite a few years before I could receive my second transplant, because you go on a wait list and all that kind of stuff. We were kind of hoping that the rejection would like bounce back, but it never did. So during that time of, me having my first transplant, it rejecting, and then going through the stages of a failed cornea transplant again, to where, it initially, like, it ended up being to where I couldn't see anything again. The process for that was refrigerated eye drops every hour of the day that I was awake, and I did that for about 3 years. And as you can imagine, that was quite difficult. Lived around a refrigerator / my freezer packs, and they were with me everywhere that I went. But I am a very adaptable person, and it was an unfortunate circumstance, but that's something that I had to do for my health and my eyes. If I was not going to take care of them in a capacity, then things could have got worse. I could have had a cornea ulcer, perforation, things that would have made the situation much more detrimental than it already was. So I had to continue to take care of my cornea transplant, although it had already failed. So then I received my second cornea transplant, and I named her Roxy after one of my most favorite people in the entire world. Her name is Roxanne Safai. If you don't know who she is, you should check her out. She's the best. Anyways, so I received that transplant, and like I said, her fourth birthday is coming up on April 5th. So I'm extremely excited about that. And every year, my husband and I have been celebrating my transplant's birthdays and just like honoring the date that I received them, because it's a very big deal for me and for the loved one of, my recipient, because they unfortunately lost someone in order for me to gain my vision back. And it's one of those things where, I couldn't be more appreciative and grateful, and just like every single day, top priority for me is my health, right? My physical, mental, spiritual, and emotional. And part of that is taking care of my eyes. They require a lot of self-care. They require a lot of care. And, I'm not going to do anything to jeopardize losing another cornea transplant, because I would like to have it as long as I'm able to. So take the time to celebrate, whatever it is to you. If there's something that you've achieved or received or anything, if it's important to you, take the time to celebrate it. Like, you're creating memories that you want to be having. And personally for me, celebrating my cornea transplants, the dates that I receive them is very important to me. And this year we will be going to a glass blowing class. So we're going to learn how to blow glass into like pretty bowls. So I'm very excited for that. And it's just like a little look into, my life and how I try to make it extra special, because I'm not relying on anyone else to do that. And part of making my life extra special is honoring the transplants that I've received. And I'm just, again, so grateful for them. So I want you to think about today, like, what is one thing that you can do for yourself, or like area where you can just really give yourself a lot of celebration and just really celebrate yourself, something that you've done, something that you've achieved. Just, I want you to really like think about amplifying the ability to create, and just, aside from your birthday. And that's a whole nother thing. If you're not celebrating your birthday, I would love to talk to you one-on-one and talk about like how important it is for you to like for real celebrate the day that you were born. And I hate this, dumb stuff of, oh, I'm just another year older. And it's like, no, girl, you're another year wiser and you're another level up. And I mean, I feel like we should always celebrate and honor ourselves, especially on our birthday. It's a very special day. So yeah, have a great day.